Welcome, welcome, my beautiful Libras. I'm Brenda Tarot, and I'm here again today to bring you your general tarot and oracle card forecast for the week of September the 13th to the 19th, 2021. As I said, this is a general reading, and that means that not every single card you see here will resonate or the energy they carry with every single Libra out there on the planet. But for some of you, take what you can from it and throw the rest out into the universe. I apologize for being a little bit late getting these videos out today, but life gets in the way and we've been very busy this week. So hopefully I trust that they'll all be out there by Monday, which is the date that they normally start at. So with that, let's get started with your reading. So Libra, you're all over energy here. The solar plexus chakra came up, and that's quite interesting because you could be dealing with confidence issues this week. You could be dealing with self-esteem issues this week. And you need to know and step up into the power of realizing that what you do, what you have and what you say and who you are is enough. So step up into the confidence level of realizing that what you offer to this universe is suffice, okay? It's great. It's enough. Don't allow yourself to get locked in that box this week thinking that things are not going to work out in your favor, or you're feeling that you're not enough, or what you're doing isn't adequate. It is. So the solar plexus chakra comes into this reading to let you know that you need to think about it. It is the third chakra. You need to think about it. Love yourself. Realize that you're a powerful person. You're a powerful being of light, and that you need to permit yourself to enjoy everything that you're doing this week. What do you need to surrender to? This calls for my glasses. What do you need to surrender to? Stop surrendering. Surrender to receiving support and love. Okay, so allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So it's okay to go to people for help this week. Don't be too proud that if there's a situation that you feel needs assistance or professional help, or someone who can mentor you, guide you, and help you through an issue, step up and don't be afraid to ask, because the universe says that they're there. You have people around you or the resources around you to tap into those that can assist you this week, whether it's in your career, whether it's in your relationships, whether it's in friendships, whether it's in a situation that requires you. Don't step out there and deal with it on your own. So surrender to receiving support and then the love that comes in. Beautiful. You've got the unicorn, and this is inviting serendipity. So what is serendipity? It's things that happen unexpectedly. It's things that show up when you least expect it. It could be meeting somebody. Maybe some of you are going to meet your next partner or your life mate that you're going to be with. All of a sudden, unexpectedly, when we stop looking, that's when things seem to come in. Now, I know I'm contradictory, but when I'm talking about issues of emotion and thinking on a heart level, often these things show up when we least expect it. And you could be receiving love from someone here unexpectedly, or unexpected help is going to come into you this week where people are going to say, hey, you know what? I'm here to give you a hand if you think you can't do it all on your own. So, welcome in that unexpected energy or that new person that could be stepping forward to help you get through something this week, or just share their love with you. Now, coming in behind you, the beginning of the week, you have the Six of Swords, you have the Nine of Wands, and you have the Knight of Swords. So definitely something's going to happen suddenly here that's going to make you go in a new direction. You're coming to a decision that you're moving out of a situation now that might have been stressful, troublesome, and challenging to you. And it could have happened in the past, but it could be also the energy of the beginning of the week. You've realized that you're moving on from something, and there's something better for you to go towards. You had to defend yourself, promote yourself, and stand up for yourself, perhaps, and you didn't give up. And that's what this is all about. Don't give up. When you think that you can't get through a situation, that's when you tap into your resources. That's when you tap into those people around you in your soul pod, in your circle that can come forward, or even professionals that you can go and see. This is about not giving up. protecting what you've created. And you realize that, maybe you have to go on a journey on your own now, leaving the worst behind. You're being guided. I think that Spirit's guiding you now, and you're going to have a soft landing when you make port here. Not to worry about the past. Let it go, because you've made that decision that there's a better future ahead of you, a better direction, whether you're going into a new job, a new relationship, or you're actually moving to somewhere new. Now, something quickly comes in, and that might have made your decision to go in this direction now. And this is often very quick energy that comes in that requires your attention to go and check on it. Maybe you're signing legal documents or things that are being notarized. Be careful. This is the card that says, don't make any rash decisions without thinking about it. So think on your feet, okay? When you're being, you're being subjected to having to make very important, profound, possibly life-changing decisions that that you're going to be faced with. As long as you do that, you're going to be fine. Read between the lines. Be sure you know what you want, what you're signing your name to, or you're investing your time into this week. Now, coming in the center of the week, or possibly the energy that you could be feeling right now, you have the Ace of Swords, you have the Five of Swords, and you have the Six of Cups. So there's a lot of swords going on here. There could be some judicial issues. Some of you could be dealing with court issues. Maybe, you're advocating, promoting, or defending yourself. That was my tea this morning. Defending yourself. In a legal issue. Pick your battles wisely. Be sure that when you go into debate or battle mode that could be life-changing, that you weigh the risks. Are the risks worth taking this and going into this? Because chances are, when we go into battle mode, I tell you this all the time, there's risks and there's consequences that we're going to have to face. Are we going to win, or are we going to lose? So weigh those options before you go in there. Now, 9 out of 10 times I read this card that you had a battle and you win it, but it kind of leaves you still feeling defeated. It's like you say to yourself, why couldn't we have discussed it, negotiated, been amicable, compatible, and not had to go to this go to this length, and because often when we do that, we lose something, whether, in that fight, in that battle, whether they walk away, we lose a friendship, we lose a colleague, we lose a job, we lose something when we go into that mode. So weigh your options very carefully. Now, you do see the truth in a situation, because the Ace of Swords brings you clarity. So, you're going to see something coming in the form of a truthfulness, and you're not going to be confused and, confused anymore about where it is you want to go. It's like that aha moment. The light bulb goes on, and all of a sudden you realize, yeah, that's true. Or yes, I finally see the whole picture now. Or thank you for telling me that this is what I needed to see. So it helps to propel you move forward. It's always a new beginning when aces show up. So when you've been able to see the truth in a situation, then you know the direction you want to go. You know you can go forward in a new direction. Now, you could be getting together with someone from a distance. Maybe you're connecting with someone. Some of you, it could be your job, working internationally. Maybe you work virtually on the computer, and you deal with people from a distance. Connecting, but there also is a reconnecting with someone that maybe you knew from your childhood. Maybe you're having an old colleague or a friend, or maybe your first love shows up out of the blue, because the way we handle our lives now is all done mainly virtually, since this, especially more in the last year and a half, of course, to 2 years, we've been out here, and we've made some social media connections with people that maybe we haven't talked to in many years. So this could be the connection as well. Some of you might be meeting someone now who's older, like you. They've aged and they've mellowed, and maybe they were very close to you. They could have been it could have been a friendship. It could have been a love relationship that resurfaces. Now, I never read this that your ex that you've divorced, you've left, you broke up with, they've moved on, is going to return. Okay? It's very rare these incidents happen. I have seen them happen, and things end up great, but I never read this card this way. So you could be reflective, you could be daydreaming, you could be reminiscent, you could be, thinking about being nostalgic, thinking about your past as well, remembering things that happened way back in your past. Now, for others, I think you could be entertaining, dealing with children. There may be a child being brought into the family circle. But, when we are in the company of children, we see the joy and the happiness that they demonstrate, they exhibit, that they exude. And often we tap into our inner child when we're dealing with them, communicating and entertaining them. So you could be doing that as well. Now, coming in at the end of the week here, in towards you, you have the Queen of Wands, and you all know she's one of my favorite, along with the Queen of Swords, and you have the Four of Cups, and you have the Eight of Wands. So there's going to be a change and a shift. And as I said, there's could be something happening quickly coming into you that is going to make you move in a new direction this week. I think you're connecting with people that you're going to tap into that are going to help you do that. And you're going to be wearing many hats. This is also called the card of Cupid's arrows, Cupid's wands. So there could be somebody coming in here, as I said, that you're reconnecting with. There could be somebody new coming in that you're going to want to get together with, and maybe it could be a love affair that starts to come in, or the resurgence of that. But it's always a change and a shift in energy. So delays are over, and a lot of you will be getting instant results for either tests or exams that maybe you've had to do. Whether they're medical or whether they're scholastic, you will hear that there will be, you'll hear results. But I think you're going to see if there were delays and you were bored and things weren't moving, because you do have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups talks about sitting sort of in a stalemate. You're thinking you missed out on an opportunity, and you're bored, and you just don't think that life is very interesting right now. But, the universe says you're thinking about all the things that may have happened in the past. You need to think about the cups that are there, bigger cups, better opportunities, better doors opening to you. And all you need to do is keep your mind open, and keep your mind open to new things that come in serendipitously, okay? Things that you don't expect, that all of a sudden, like a fluke, they show up. So keep your thoughts positive. I think you're going to, you've been through your past experiences, and you've learned from them, and those challenges that you've had to endure and go through and learn from. And with the Queen of Wands, she's so focused. She knows where she wants to go. She's learned from her experiences. She's been to hell and back. She's walked through the fire. She's like the phoenix that rises. And she looks at, everybody who doubts her, and she says, you know what? Watch me. Okay? And that's what she's like. And I always see her doing this, like, oh yeah, watch me. So she sits with the black cat at her feet, usually in the graphics of most decks, and that means, like nothing's going to scare me. I'm not walking in my path of fear anymore. I've got my confidence level back. I've learned and I fought my battles, and now I can go forward, going into that new direction that's much better for her. So I think you're going to see shifting of energy, things improving in that department going forward, and knowing the direction now that you're going to be going forward in, and that's clarity, and that's good. So, if you've been confused about what direction you've been wanting to go in, know that now you're not going to be. So, Spirit, let's clarify these, please. What does Libra need to see? What does Libra need to know? What does Libra need to expect? Past, present, and possible future energy. Thank you. Coming in with your Nine of Wands, defending yourself. Again, you have the Eight of Wands. So I think you're going to be, after you have had to stand up for yourself, I think, when you went through some sort of a delay, you're definitely going to see the shift of energy. You're definitely going to see a momentum pick up, and you're going to be able to go forward now. The delays are over, and this is all about going forward and creating new growth. Okay, you're going to be able to go forward. And here you are doing exactly that. And you've got this Four of Cups. Again, double whammy. So you were in this state here where you felt as though you were missing out on something. You weren't happy. Maybe you were in a job that left you feeling that you couldn't climb that ladder. You had nowhere else to excel, to go forward. That's Spirit knocking on my door. Hi, Spirit. So they're all around me because I'm a medium as well. Anyway, they come with the light, so I never worry about them. But they do tap on my door here in my healing room. So, here we are, again with the Four of Cups, saying, you know what? You don't need to feel this way. You come to a conclusion and realize that you're going to move away from a situation that was stressing you out or leaving you totally bored. So you're moving forward now, and it's awesome that you can do that. And you know that there's going to be, see all the growth? Look at all the growth around this individual here. Okay. So, you're going to be able to see growth. It's like the universe is handing you that opportunity. Go for it. Don't be afraid because you're being guided. And I do believe it's going to be a better direction for you. Coming in with that Knight of Swords, rushing in, you have the Four of Coins. So this is about being careful about money. So if you're signing something here that could be legal and binding, read between those lines because this might have to do with finances here. You could be signing something to get money. Maybe you've applied for a loan and you're signing on that. And yes, I do see you will get it. And you'll have the resources perhaps to pay off a long-standing debt. But it's about the extremes in which you spend your money or you hang on to it. So you will be needing to think very carefully when you're dealing with finances this week. And your truth here, stepping up with the Ace of Swords. You've got the Hangman. And the Hangman talks about, still feeling as though you might have been in limbo. And you could be, but this is a learning process. Often the Hangman's referred to, things that you're making a sacrifice, having to take the time to think about and process where it is you're going to go. And I think, you've made this sacrifice here by having to stand up for yourself, defending yourself, but in your own right. And I think that's great, whether it was at your place of work, whether it was in a relationship, whatever the case was, you're going to come off here because this is only a temporary standstill. Once you see the truth in this situation, you're going to hit the ground running and you're going to be able to go forward because this is all about you moving forward. The moon shows up. You could be dealing with a Pisces energy here because the moon stands for Pisces. But this is, again, telling you to trust your intuition, your instincts, your gut feeling here. You know what it is you want, but you need to trust your instincts to propel you and move you forward. You're building this beautiful foundation here. And so think about that. Think about what you have to gain or to lose when you go into this battle mode. Protect yourself. Get the information you need to know before you jump into any battle. Make sure before you speak, your information is truthful. Your information is accurate. And our Six of Cups, reconnecting. Here you go again. Boy, these are all repeats. This is amazing. Very, very powerful reading here when we get mirror images showing up in a reading. So basically, you are moving on, okay? You could be moving, you've reconnected with somebody and maybe the two of you are getting together and moving in a better direction, leaving an area, leaving the energy, leaving a situation to go to a better landing here. This is leaving, struggles to go, going to calmer shores here. Beautiful. And our quick movement again, the double message with the Eight of Wands, you have the Magician. So things are going to pick up. You're going to be able to have the resources here. You now have clarity. You now are able to be in control of your emotions to go and create that magic that you want to create, that goal, that passion, whatever it is you've been wanting to move towards. So some of you, it may be going into a brand new relationship. Some of you, it may be leaving a relationship and going into a new direction on your own so that you're in charge of your own life, your own self. Or it could be leaving a job, a career, or opening your own new business. Whatever that passion is, whatever is that driving force, it's going to pick up momentum and you're going for it. And you're going to have the resources to do it. And could receive some unexpected help and resources from someone. Our Four of Cups again. Yeah, this is a card, the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Wands says basically your struggle's over here. Okay, you had something here that you had to deal with. You felt as though you were taking on all the burdens of everybody else in the world. You had a big, heavy workload, whether you were taking it on emotionally or you were taking it on physically. For some of you, you were. This says you've lightened your load. You've gone over that peak now of the mountain and you're coming down the other side, and it's a lot easier when we're going downhill than uphill. I felt as though maybe some of you are in a one-sided relationship, doing all the investing to try to maintain it, where the other person didn't. And I think you said, I'm out of here, I'm done, and now I'm free to go forward in my own direction. I'm not bored anymore. I'm not feeling like I'm missing out on something because now I can go forward. Letting go of the burden. And our Queen of Wands, standing in your strength. You walked away from toxic energy. You might have walked away from an unhappy relationship. You might have walked away from someone who had addictive behavior that wasn't appropriate or wasn't to your approval. Whatever it was, it is a card of addictions, and it can be anything. So it could be and also yourself. I think you've realized that you've learned from your mistakes in the past, and now you're able to step up and focus on your your goals now, making healthier and better decisions so that you can go forward and give 100% to your next goal, to your happiness, the direction you're going to be going. And that's what this is. The Devil card is all about making healthy and good decisions and walking away from things that hold you back. What held you back? Not anymore. You've decided you're going on your own. You're moving forward in a new direction. Well, my beautiful Libras, this is your reading for today. So take what you can from it. I hope it resonates with some of you. Thank you for all your thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. And if you like what I do, please subscribe and click that bell button. I'm really working hard to build up my subscriptions, my subscribers. I've been out here for a few years and I don't want to lose my self-confidence. I don't want to get bored. And I don't want to have to stop doing this. So if you like what I do, and the other thing I tell people, share me out on social media. Share me out there on your Facebook, your Instagram, whatever, to promote me, because that's how you pay me, by promoting me on social media. And it's called social currency, basically. So I want to thank you for this. And I'm sorry I'm a bit late, but like I said, life gets in the way. Hope you like my new haircut. I cut it all off the other day, and I'm going to let my gray come in and embrace it again for the winter. And it's so much easier. Have a great day, everybody. Know that I stand in that circle of love for you. And let's all continue to play safe, stay safe, and be safe. And I'll see you soon. Many blessings and much love.